Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm going to H0W to pick up some parts that came in and then also make a list of some stuff in the shop right now that I need to grab from H0W. I know that I need some fittings, maybe some hose, and a couple other things. I'm not stopping on this thing until she's running. We're still waiting on the Maverick Motorsports diff bushings. I have to drive to go pick up the diff. It's about to get dark. Yep, it's dark. Lights, lights, lights. I'm really trying to keep plugging away at this thing until it's running. I'm gonna kind of give you guys a rundown of my schedule here. So, first week of February, tuning. That same week, testing, because we'll have probably our new shocks on. Test everything, make sure everything's good. No body panels. After testing, pressure wash the car, take the car in for paint, and then vinyl, and the car should be completely done by middle to end of February. And then March, I'm going to Australia. So if you guys didn't know about that, I'm going to Australia. I'll insert the flyer right here. So if you live anywhere close to where we're going to be, I think it's a Newcastle area. I think we fly into Sydney. It's going to be myself, Pat Gooden, and Raven, and we are going to do some drifting. A bunch of great guys came together and worked out this this opportunity for us to go out there and hang out and shred and make some videos and some content for you guys. And I think it'll be cool. And for all my friends and viewers that live in the States that don't really get to see what it's like in Australia, you'll get to see this whole different drifting culture and how badass it is. And I know it's really cool, so I'm very excited about that. But then we get back from that, we're home for 1 day, and then we're doing this 3-day drift event at H0W, and then I'm home for a week, and then we leave here and go to California with the cars. So it's gonna be a busy year. I'm really excited. I think that it's gonna create a lot of cool content, and you guys are really gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna make a list, and then we're gonna go to H0W. I'll read it off to you guys what I'm gonna pick up. We're gonna pick up some NPT barb fittings to run the vacuum line for the fuel pressure regulator and the map sensor. 90-degree 4-inch coupler, so I can try and fit a filter on my throttle body. Rear 5-lug hubs. Coolant overflow tank. I have an expansion tank, but I still need an overflow. Spare Wisefab. New VIS hood, which is like the D-Max style one. They're pretty cheap, and I'm going to cut a huge hole in it, so whatever. New starter, well, spare starter. Vacuum line. And possibly front hubs if they have them. So that's our list, and yeah, let's go to H0W. Oh, dude, it's blurry. I just ruined this high five. Damn it.
What's up, dude?
Nothing. So the goal right now is to track down some fittings. We're getting Kevin's car ready for the year, and this is his GSR, and it's fully taken apart. And some of the stuff is going to be fixed. Gears look good. See some chips on the dog rings there. See some chips there. We're looking at dog box stuff. Is it this Wisefab box right here?
Yeah, probably that one.
Oh, dude, they really wrapped this shit up. I remember when I ordered mine.
Yeah.
Alright, so basically we ordered some spare control arms and spare outer tie rods.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so thank God Injuku carries OEM front Nissan hubs because you have to have the S14 specific ones to run on the Wisefab knuckle, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll run the ISR rear 5-lug hubs, which they're already on my car now and they're still doing great, but in case I am dumb and crash my car, I'll have some more to put on. And then we also got an overflow for the coolant, a 4-inch coupler. What else we get? Wisefab.
Yeah, we got the Wisefab stuff.
There's supposed to be a hood here eventually.
Yeah.
Those body kits up there.
So we got rears.
Alright, so I have my brand new Wisefab control arms in this press. And basically what happens is you have to band-aid everything that Wisefab does to make it work properly. And if you don't do this and you run your car at like a good ride height, not really low, it'll cause at angle, the knuckle to bind on the control arm. So you do this, and I've talked about this before, but this is how it happens in manual. So we're looking for 11 degrees, and we've got a few more to go. Raven, are you hungry?
I'm starving. I'm not even hungry. I'm hangry at this point. I warned you.
You said 5?
Yeah, because it's half and half. So once you get to 5, I mean, technically you could go up to 5.5, but yeah, if you're trying to hit 11, you want. Where you at, big dog?
5'8".
5'8". So you overbend it a little bit, but once you release it, it'll probably spring back a little.
I'm FaceTiming you. Dude, well, I'm bending, bro. I got my Wisefab in this vise and I'm bending the shit out of it. I am using a press. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, dude. Oh, dude, we suck at high fives. Dude, I can't. I'm looking through the thing.
The key is you gotta look at the.
Yeah, but I can't do that through the viewfinder. Oh, dude, I did it.
You gotta do that little handshake where you like do that and then touch each other's butt.
That's what we usually do, but not on camera. I don't want to get demonetized. We just finished up at Injuku. We stopped at Panda Express.
Yum. Not Chipotle, so weird.
Yeah, usually it's like a ritual. Whenever we go to Injuku, we go to Chipotle right after.
Next time.
So, yeah, next time. I have to come back. My hood was supposed to be here today, and it was not here. The shipping even said it was going to be delivered. We waited, it didn't come. But I got a lot of other goodies, and I'll go home and open them up and show you guys and talk about them and install a couple things, and it's going to be all right.
It's cold.
Oh, it's freezing though. Yeah, and it's just windy. The wind is really fucking us up for us. All right, so I'm back at the shop now. This is everything I got. I got some Wisefab spare control arms. We bent them, so they're like the ones that are on my car right now. If you look down there. Some outer tie rods. The reason I only got the outers is because Wisefab uses a specific outer tie rod, and then it's just a Passat inner, so I can just go buy Passat tie rods. New starter blanket, a new starter, rear 5-lug hubs, and then this is kind of a universal catch can, essentially, that you could use for like oil or whatever. But what I'm using it for is an overflow from the expansion tank. So I'm guessing it'll probably go like right here, or maybe, I don't know. It's gonna go somewhere. Not sure where yet. So we got that, and then I got a 90-degree 4-inch coupler for my intake. I've been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do about this. I didn't film yesterday, but I did some work on the car. I finished up that harness, which needs to be put in loom. But basically, so this is my old filter. This is a 4-inch K&N. It's very long. And then I have another 4-inch one. I don't know where it is. But basically, neither one of them can go just straight off the throttle body. They both interfere with this cap. So I've been trying to improvise and figure out something. So I'm going to mess around with some of the stuff that I have. Try and make something work. Also, I was talking about how I was running vacuum off the back of the regulator to the manifold, and I was talking to Ant at Injuku, and he was like, you don't need to do that. Your car's not boosted, so there shouldn't be any change in fuel pressure. And so yeah, I'm just not going to run that. I'm going to plug that hole back here. It's an NPT. Memory card filled up, so I had to go inside and clear it. I noticed there was a package inside that I hadn't opened yet, and there's some MSD plug wires, and some people were saying that my new partners, MSD, have been working with them, but these are shorter than the ones I had before. The other ones were a little long. I think they were the truck style ones instead of the like performance car ones that are a little bit shorter, and they were resting on the header, basically resting on the header, and it caused them to get hot. So this should help out a lot. I'll throw those on and see how they look. I'm really excited about that. My options for my filter for the intake are pretty limited. I'm going to show you guys right now. We have this guy, which I really just wanted to run this off the front of the throttle body, but my radiator cap's in the way. So the only way to make that not hit would be to move my radiator forward or find a way to drop it down. And both of those options would take a lot of work. So then I had another idea, which was, I'm gonna do this one-handed. So like, yeah, and then the intake tube, which is already drilled for the intake air temp, and then that would sit like so, and then a filter off that. So this one works, and would work great actually. The only issue with this is with the new hood. You guys know I'm going to have to cut the hood for the intake, obviously, which is fine. It's just what you got to do when running this intake with an S14 or any S chassis. It's fine. But I was really hoping to just have basically a big oval cutout around the filter and the intake. If this is here, it's going to have to look like my old hood, which ended up looking like a Tetris piece, and I hated it. It did work. But I'd really like to avoid doing that again. So if I could get this to back up just a little bit more and get it down in there and basically chop this elbow off so the filter comes straight off, I shouldn't have to cut it very much. I'm not 100% sure yet. Let's see, it's resting on the fan now. So either way, it's gonna hit, and I don't know what to do. Also, this is the catch can for the coolant. It'll run off of here and over to there. This catch can came with these weird little brackets that look like shit. They work great for mock-up, so now I know what I need to do, but I'm going to use some flat stock steel so it doesn't look as shitty and it's not as flimsy. See that? Which that isn't too bad actually, but that just doesn't look good, so do something else. Alright, plug wires are on and they look so much better. They're all spaced out pretty good from the headers. I do have little sleeves for them, and I'll probably just put them on just to play it safe. Because these ones are, this side, the runners are basically designed a little different because they have to go around the steering shaft. So it's pretty close right there. It doesn't touch it, but it's close. And this one's like extremely far away. So since I couldn't do my intake because I just don't have the right filter, nor do I have the skill to cut this cap off and move this cap to here, which is probably the best idea. If I move this cap to here, it'll allow a filter to come right down. It'll be perfect. But I showed you guys those really ghetto, this is the piece of aluminum that this catch can came with for mounting purposes. And I had some flat stock steel that I used for the back of the expansion tank. And right now, don't let this fool you because I'm not done yet, okay? But it's sitting nice and level. And this has made it super rigid. Like, this does not move at all. Now, this looks like shit, but I think that if I shape this and kind of give it a nice round edge, and I paint it black, or I don't know if I'm going to paint it or not, but it should look all right. You can't really see it. I mean, you can see this part here, but that's it. Now, the other thing is, if I just ran the small one down here with the Allen head on it, like this isn't even, look at, if you look at the back, This one isn't even on yet. It's just the bottom one, and it's already this sturdy. So I'm almost kind of thinking one bracket, but it's kind of dangerous. I just wish that this wasn't so visible. I don't know. It's all right, though. It's a race car. I want it to look nice, but I'm running out of room up in this engine bay. I think it's probably about time for a rear mount radiator next year. I would like that a lot. So my brackets are done. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I think I'm probably just going to paint them black. But I gave this one a little bit of shape. But this is very, very, very secure. And like I said, I'll just run that line up to the expansion tank and try to keep everything on one side. The only other route I had, other than mounting it here, was basically in here, which is a terrible idea, or over on this side where it could have gone like right here, but then it would have had a longer line, and just keeping it over here seemed like the best way to go. That's gonna do it. Thanks for following me around today as I went to Injuku. I love going there. I hope you guys get stoked on seeing the cars there and stuff. There's always something interesting. Mostly just their cars, the Z, the R32, which is awesome, and Kevin Lawrence's FD car was his Pro 2 car. Now he's going to Pro 1. Congratulations to Kevin. Yeah, that's going to do it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.